No. Head to live broadcast. Brilliant. I'm just putting this out on a couple of places just before kicking off. Hopefully. Hope everyone's having a cool evening, by the way. I am just checking this Discord. There you go. My Discord server, by the way, is always in the channel title of my it's in the banner of my channel. Everyone's welcome to jump on there and give a shout and say hello. We're a fairly nice group. Fairly nice group. You may bite. But we can see. Can't be here long. Appreciate the content. Yo, Robert! I appreciate all the views and content. I haven't been doing too much of that too much this week because of the fact of work has required my attention and some other bits and pieces. But I'm gonna say, if I pull out chat, what I am gonna do is just throw a starting in 10 message inside in the chat. I know it's not always going to be starting from 10 for people who are watching this, but I find it easiest to do that, and then you can kind of synchronize it yourself with if you can hit the mark on jumping into a race. But yeah, it's been quite a while since I did a multiplayer live stream for a bunch of different reasons. But yeah, I am going to just get some rank tonight because I'm working full time all next week, and I don't want to drop out of the top 3K at least. And some people have asked that if I'm doing multiplayer so much, why don't I just do it on the live stream? Yo, Derek? Elksar? In Ireland, we have the name Derek. You're not the only person who has actually said that. But yeah, a couple of people have messaged me as I was watching live streams from several months ago. Why don't you do those? And the weird thing is with Legends, because I got in there quite late, I was surprised to find that it's not just DS filled. Because like normally it's a case of if you get to Legends, you just get to farm a load of DS utensils. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Like if anything, there was more of the DSs in the previous league. I was very disappointed to leave, but then again, you get 11k for a win like this, so I can't really complain too much. The extra credits for the wins and stuff in multiplayer now is awesome, especially for tuning up like those S-class cars, and for teaching players how to do Osaka without sucking completely. I'm still not great on this track in the slightest. There's too many like weird variations on it which are really similar to each other. Oh, get out of the way, FXK. No. Yeah, you 360 across the line. Yeah, it's like DS races are good for one thing because you can farm them, they're less good for other things such as, yeah, challenge and such. But yeah, I said if people were jumping to do some multiplayer and stuff, it would be cool enough to get races against people so you can kick my ass. I haven't pretty much. I don't think I've made a single video of that actual the event thing that's going on right now. The what do you even call it? Oh my mind. But the AT96. Why can I remember that but not the rest of the car's name? The Tech Rules Grand Prix. Just because of the fact that it's a weird one. It's like I don't think any two players are really going to have the same experience in that event because you're just all going to be in your own brackets and kind of racing your own way. It would be the same as me trying to give multiplayer advice. It's just like it's so uniquely down to the players themselves. I don't think I really could give any like advice that would work across the grid. Like it's just a case of race as well as you can in the bracket that you can, and hopefully if people haven't like gone crazy with like sandbagging and stuff like that, then you should be in a bracket where people will be competitive. Like, as in, if you qualified with a legitimate time as good as you can, then you should be in with a group of people who'll be a relatively good competition. Hello, Fire 101. I said this when I went to start, but I'm just going to do my start in 10 in chat. And just if you want to try and synchronize to get in, because I know that YouTube is a bit odd in terms of that won't be exactly 10 seconds with people. But yeah, if you want to like try a countdown from 10 and see if you get in, or else try it with a 5 or so like that. Because yeah, like I said, it is a bit different. Also, I don't know if you've seen in my videos, but I have crazy new tire rims for the Chiron. I think they look amazing when you're on the track. I know that bug is gonna get fixed soon enough, but yeah, I'm just gonna make use of it for now. Hello, Ivan or Ivan. But yeah, like I said, I am just gonna try and go in 10. Yeah. See, it depends on the groups as well, though, Robert. So, like, there's a person in my. I feel really bad. There's a person in my group who's after spending and getting that car started up, like, more than everyone else in the group. But they're currently 6. And, like, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to pull back to get a key. And I just feel really bad because it's like. Sometimes starring up isn't going to let you. Wait, is this an entire field of DSs I didn't actually see on the start? I think it is. Come join a live stream and watch me destroy untouched. Oh no, someone's real because I've got someone on my tail. But yeah, I feel genuinely bad for some of the people who are like, after spending on. Oh no, I'm going underground and I suck at the underground part of this stage. But yeah, the way that GP thing is working out, like, it's just. I've spent a bit of tokens on it. I've gotten the car to 2 stars. And my kind of thought was. That's about it for me in spending. Because I wanted to see what the rest of my group were like. And yeah, like, I think my 2-star version of the car should pretty much get it unlocked. But I don't really care for the car too much. Like, I don't. I want to unlock it just so it's in the garage as a that's a pretty car, but I don't want to. I'm not gonna try and gear it up to be like massively high rated and something like that. It depends on how you. Up to 2, yeah, 2 stars is kind of like what a load of people have gone for. But it depends on the group you're inside, and like say, just for a second, I'll show the kind of group that I'm in, and like. I don't like to say kind of rag on other people and stuff. I rarely even look at names and that in the rankings when I do stuff. But yeah, say if you see like say this is what my group looks like. These standings go down. Yeah, so like in the top you've got myself and that other guy with the, like, we're trading places for the first places each day. Then the guy who's in third is like doing okay. But like beyond that, people have just gone all over the place, like in terms of their scores. So like, yeah, 95, 80, and 66. And I think it might actually be the person who has 66 that started the car up that extra bit. Also weird the fact that like where you see people's ratings is in one side and where you see the actual things. But yeah, say there's the Nana person with the only person with the 3-star version of the car. And yeah, their time is fifth place. So like that's one where I can't give advice in this stage. Like you're just gonna be against people who are of different kind of skills and stuff. And I would feel incredibly bad being the person that gave the advice for that person to start a car up when, yeah, chances are like they're, yeah, say like the starting up, like Ziggy said there, it's not going to be the difference between like coming last and coming first and a thing. And some people have even, like, some people have started up the car in my league and they have missed a day, which I just find crazy because like if you miss a day entirely, the chances of you actually getting the car are super super low. Yeah, Robert, I kind of get the same. The only thing is when it comes to reward farming, like the token rewards for the actual stages in this are terrible. You get 5 tokens per thing. Yeah, I've seen some people in my Discord server are actually placing way better times than me with the 2-star version, and I'm just kind of like, yee. I I know the worst thing is I have to have the key unlocked by the final stage because that mode finale stage, I'm really not good at it yet, and yeah, that's the final stage, so I pretty much have to have my key guaranteed before that stage kicks off. But at least I know I'm not gonna get 0 points in any of the days. But at the same time, I just want to try and make it so that I securely have the car. Excuse me. See, it depends on the other people in your grid as well. Then PL, like if you have it at 2 stars, and what other people have played it. So like, I think if what a few people in my club did was, I was like, I'm just gonna do a countdown from 10 if people want to try and jump in. But what a few people from my club did was the fact of like basically kind of asserting dominance on day one and just spending some tokens then. And that way you kind of send a message to other people of like, if you want the car, you're going to have to outbid me on tokens. Which is a cool enough idea of doing it because like, that if you did that on day one, you kind of told other people that like, if you gear the car up, it's like I'm gonna match you or beat you kind of thing. I only brought it to the second start because it's just like I I I love unlocking the stuff in this game, but hey, El Chippy. Don't know if in channel, but he has a YouTube channel as well. He's quite a cool dude. I do not didn't recognize any of the other names, but give a shout of your in-game name as well if you are gonna try and jump into races with myself. That way I'll know is to definitely knock you down. I mean, not knock you. That one. The nice one. Phasing me. Go away, cars. Like, once you get to... once I get to escape with the Chiron, this track should be over. Just need to make it around these 2 corners, and that's pretty much it. Yee, I'm free. This thing at 5 stars, like... It is pretty much your 3-win. Oh. Somebody behind me is disagreeing. My Chiron trying to run over the walls. It's one that suffers pretty badly though with latency. Definitely this car is like, yeah, it does not do well if you get that kind of weird rubber banding stuff at times. Although that said, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, but it definitely is for me. But I've noticed since the last patch, I've noticed since the last patch, quite a lot of people have been like reporting less crashing, definitely. 13. Yeah, the thing is, say like PL, in your case, just make sure that you do as well as possible in each day. Like, don't skip a day. Because that's what I noticed with some other people in my group. They're like, there was a guy who was like 30, 36. And it's just like, okay, you've lost the car because of that. Ninth in the standings. Yeah, well, like, the one thing I'd advise, Robert, is just do not spend tokens then on the car by now, because the chances of you being able to pull back, like statistically, I think in my group, I'm like 40 safe, which mean of the guy who's in third, which means that if I was to like, I would basically need to do 20 points less than him per fourth and fifth race. Yay! Boom! How are you doing, mate? And yeah, that Spider-Maning ability of the Chirons. It's less that the car is like, you can tell the fact that the end of the car isn't quite where it's supposed to be. Like, it's the wheels are slightly too far out. Saying that, I've got a version of the car which has no wheels, but yeah, at the same time, it's like you can tell that it's not quite balanced correctly. You know, weirdly enough, when I've used those S-Class cars, my favorite to bring into multiplayer has to be the Hurricane. It's not even one of the A-Class cars that I have, it's straight down to the Bs. 5 Master Pack. I got some cool stuff inside in that, actually. Uh, I did a lot previously. I will just say chicken 579, but I did a lot more previously, but I actually really badly hurt my shoulder, and like in a way that I had to edit quite a few of my videos, because when I got it pulled, I was like, yeah, there was profanities in my videos that had to be edited out, and I really couldn't run the risk of doing a live stream. But yeah, I can show what I got from those master packs, because I actually think I captured it just as a Switch capture. I would need to check it, but yeah, for anyone who just joined, I'm just doing a start in 10 thing. So if you're at Legends League and you want to join, just like basically when you see the start in 10 in chat, you could try and yeah, just count it down and then join me. And I've been called Stormcloud Live online since the Xbox 360, some of World of Warcraft, so over 10 years. Long before doing live streams on this, to be fair. That's like my online handle on PSN, Xbox Live, and the Nintendo Network ID. And in Pokemon Go. So if you see Stormcloud Live live in front of a studio audience. Hey, it's HS Mark, another person with a YouTube channel. HS Mark does live streams usually at the beginning of multiplayer seasons, and he's another person who does English live streams. It on YouTube he is just as its name is in chat, just HS Mark. Ah. That was a bad time to be looking down to reach. The actual reason for the live at the end of it was in World of Warcraft, I was always Stormcloud or Storm E, and then, oh no, I may have chosen a bad car for Cairo, but we'll see once I get to ramp goodness. But yeah, when I went to Xbox Live, I couldn't get that name, so I figured Stormcloud on Xbox Live. Stormcloud Live. Interesting name or what, eh? Come back, you guys. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to get third here. Come on, FXK, show your bad handling. No. Oh no, what's that? Ahem. Well, I'm definitely not gonna get third at that. I may or may not have hit that ramp slightly incorrectly. Ah. At least I drew even. The Hurricane and the Grand Sport are both just like kind of level in terms of their stats. The Hurricane is slightly faster. I think the Grand Sport might have slightly longer nitro, but realistically, like any kind of nitro management at all, and you can stay in a nitro state for an entire race in those cars. But let me check something a second if I can. I'm gonna make sure something. But yeah, back out. Like I said, I didn't have bad luck with these. Yeah, I should be able to. Not that direction. I was playing Secret of Mana today. A lot. And Tetris. But I think this should have the club rewards. Because I unlocked all of them at the exact same time. But yeah. Trying to remember what did I get out of it? Those master packs. Aston Martin Vantage. And an Aperta, which is completely useless to me. So was the Vantage actually, because I don't have that car started up enough for it. The 570 I could use. The Hurricane I installed straight away. The Chiron is also useless to me. And the Husaria one and the 570 are both useful in somewhat. But yeah, that's what I got out of those 7 epic import parts. Were pretty class, but like really, really high rep requirements for those. And I think, yeah, I might go with this one instead. Just for, I love the Hurricane, but the top speed if I get Cairo or one or two, Cairo or Shanghai, it's really never gonna win there. The Lotus Elise is a cool card. The Hurricane is one of those ones though, which is just a joy to drive. Like it's the same as the I don't know if any of those are in chat. There's only 3 real possibilities because I doubt anyone has joined the multiplayer chat. Ricky Bobby. Every time I see your name, I just think of that quote of that if you ain't first, then you're last. I think is what Asphalt thinks when it comes to those 1% rewards sometimes. But like the Pagani is just, for me at least anyway, it has to be my best A-class car just in terms of top speed. Like with this one, I can easily do the expert race time, like club time, in pretty much every single one of those races. Just because of that, yeah, 235 like top speed thing is insanely powerful. Whenever there's car hunts or events and stuff for this, if you haven't got it and started up quite a bit, cannot recommend it enough as a car to chase down. Even if I am grinding the absolute heck out of the wheels there with the wrong version of Nitro. Oh. But like this one blueprint from Max. This game is so odd as well. I don't know if people notice that, but like, yeah, you'll see my hand sometimes, like when I was going across the line there, because yeah, if you're like, that's something I don't even think some people realize in this game, is the fact that you don't need to hold the button. I really want to do a video on it actually, because I think so many people don't realize it. You don't need to hold the button to drift. You do not need to accelerate while you nitro, and like, yeah, it's really weird. It's like after work surprise. Awesome. Run for a minute with the Vantage. Oh, the Vantage is a really nice car as well. That's pretty cool. But yeah, like the way that the cars steer. I don't know if you don't know this, but like say when you're drifting, there's two completely, yeah, you toggle drift, like you just tap it to turn it on. But while you're drifting as well, say like if you do this in a practice stage, or the one that you can really see it as on is Cairo. If you're doing Cairo's 360, you can really notice it on. I'm gonna give the countdown thing for the start in 10. So like I said, you see start in 10, you count down yourself, click on the A button around 10 seconds after you see it, because this live stream there will be latency and it won't always be 10 seconds. So if you try it on 10, then go 7 and 5 and just see where you land, and you should hopefully be able to join me in a few games if you are in this Legend League. But yeah, if you're doing a drift and you hold the accelerator while you're doing it, watch the wheels of your car, because they like dig into the ground when you're doing it. And if you're holding the accelerate while you're drifting, like your car will lose a lot of speed, but it'll have a lot more traction on the ground. Then if you release the accelerator while you're drifting, your car will be a lot kind of wobblier. It won't lose as much speed, but it has no traction at all. So like if you're going around a tight corner and you don't accelerate while you drift, your car will like go way further out. But just check the difference between them while you're drifting, the difference between holding the accelerate and not holding the accelerate. And it's just insane, like the difference it makes for control of your car. Really, you have to see it back to back to tell the difference between. But like, they're trying to tip me over. But yeah, dare say I'm not holding any buttons during that drift. It is just the car itself, like, that's going around there. So like there are times where oh no. There are times where like I will, like here I'm holding the accelerate so that I have more traction. But if I wanted to drift further out there, I would, like here I'm gonna drift with no accelerator held. So like the car will zip back and forth across the stage more. Here again, drifting but no accelerator held, just so that you have like, yeah, the car gets an awful lot looser on the actual track. So here I'll drift without the accelerator and watch it like drift way kind of further. Although the Pagani's actually, the Pagani can still stick to the track enough. It's hard to explain. But yeah, gasless drifting with the Chiron is cool, because like the weight of the top of those cars like pulls it around corners. Yo, Falcon, I've seen you in quite a lot of races. If, by the way, like I'm ever in races versus people and I do knock them down, please know the fact that like, yeah, I genuinely don't mean that in most races, unless I do. If you've knocked me down in a race, I will come for you and your club. But no, most of the time, like, yeah, I just genuinely try and be as clean as possible in racing and just rely on racing stuff. But yeah, like that, like Ricky said there though, the Jesco and the Chiron gasless drifting is really effective in those cars. Like The only way you can really see it is just to go into a race and literally try it. Go around like 2 laps of something and try and take the corners with a drift, and then take the corners while drifting and holding the accelerate. And like if you actually look at the car tires and the tracks you leave behind, like you leave these crazy dark skid marks if you're doing the accelerator and drifting at the same time. It's just a case of like, yeah, you dig the wheels into the actual road while you go around the corner. Uh-oh. Yeah, gonna hit start in 10 though, so hopefully people can jump in. And yeah, we were chatting about that in club as well earlier, the way that worked on global. I have a feeling that that will be a fair bit different on our version, because I don't think they're gonna put that you have to pay for syndicate coins. Like that would be just a bit too strange. I don't use it probably as much as I should, Ricky, because I know that that's a good car. It's just its handling is one where, um, yeah, I've not quite got it nailed down. Love the slight drift at the start here as well. Like if you drift just barely around those speed bumps, just enough so that you actually have the shockwave for that first ramp. And I'm not hitting that second ramp because oh, sorry, Darko. Like there's times where you knock somebody down in the game, and like there's not much choice that I would have had there other than like it would be a case of land on his roof or effectively wreck myself. Here again, there's gasless drifting around those corners. Gasless there, and then shockwave up. But like, yeah, there is just times where you don't have a choice. Like, there is obviously times where you're driving past somebody and you're like, yeah, you clip their back wheel or so. But most of the time, yeah, if I am knocking somebody down the race, it's going to be something like that. Always have to aim for the back corner up here, so really need to explode when you finish this race. Darko came fort. F for Darko. I just say Pagani. Fire 101. It's the easiest way of saying it. Just don't say that other word. Open drifting. Yeah, gasless drifting. Or like accelerating drifting. It's hard. It's a weird one, Boom, but like you'll know the differences between them. Like that's the thing with this game. It's like you can see like the type of skid marks that actually get left by the car. They are different when you're using one type of drifting to the other. Like in one type of drifting, there are these light gray skid marks, and if you're accelerating and drifting at the same time, you can see it's like way darker. It also helps when you don't have any rims on the car. Did you see that us global players are getting the Bugatti? Oh, give more Bugattis. Yeah, global version doesn't have accelerate, which is weird. Like I was reading about that, the fact that it's considered like abusing the game mechanics if you're like using a way to control your accelerator on the global version. That's nuts. Like, cause I love the amount of control. Like, that's one of the main things that I actually really love about this game is just how much control you have over it. Like in everything, it's like, yeah, from the amount of steering control that you have, control in the air, the 4 different types of nitro that you have. Gotta be some Senna love. But like, yeah, it's just 10 seconds though. I'll do another shoot of that. Want to try and jump in? Yeah, I seen that. Rick, if you notice it, Ricky, if you use touch drive as well, you can use the brake and in nitro during touch drive, which is weird. Hammer time. So crazy how high the actual DSE tenses are in ranking. 12,700. Yeah, Robert, it is just a case of more speed, like. And it's when you realize like how much control you actually have over it. I'm on Cairo with like the slowest S-Class car. I still have to represent for the Senna. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep up though on the long straight. Like, it is just a case of that's it. That's its max speed. A joy to drive this car, like, but there is absolutely no chance I'm catching up with any other S-Class car. Like, I think if that's an S-Class car, he should be able to keep out in front of me. I've got drift for days, but no top speed whatsoever. Although, actually, on the corkscrew, he's going to have a hard time on that, and this car is not, because this car's drifting is insane on this corkscrew twist. So, like, do your thing, Senna! Like, this car is a beast at handling. That, like, the Senna is definitely one of the ones that I have in the garage as the most fun. Yeah, it's like, I knew for a fact when I was that close behind him, it's like, I don't know what he was in, but there's, yeah, the fucking, like, that thing is never going to be able to turn like the Senna can, because it can just gain in speed so much on the last corner. It's like an absolute bullet going around that thing. I was like, yeah, once I managed to hold that close to him, it was just a case of like, yeah, he, it was over. Yeah, like the Senna, it's not fast, but it is really fun to drive. Yeah, it was a Volcano titanium Lancer. I don't know what it is. It the like Lancer love in this game. Trying to use stopwatch to count in. Never used the Senna, Ricky, is it? Or the titanium? Cadillac CN concept. Oh my god. The thing that actually slows down when it thinks about turning. The J50 is actually surprisingly good. That's one where it was only when the Car Hunt Riot of that I actually started using it. There's an owl? Jose? Savior. I don't really know somebody commenting on my channel with that name, but like I said, if you're in chat, if you want to shout your in-game name, if you're trying to join in races. But like say, yeah, the J50 is, it's a tough car to kind of get the hang of at first. But definitely it's one that, that's not good. Oh wait, stop trying to squash me. I'm in purple nitro. I was like, I'm not worried about the fact that he'll knock me down. It's a case of like this car will shockwave for so much longer. I knew he would just explode if he stayed there. I am gonna make use of this thing's nitro to go across the train tracks instead of trying to go up and over, because I won't be able to make speed over them in the air for sure. Nor did I do it that way. Oh, was he actually racing? Oh, like in Hypersport. That is like a really, really cool car, considering it's one of the ones you can get for free. Are you saying for me to use the titanium Icana? That is a card that I am not fantastic with. Like, a lot of those ones that are really high speed but can turn for S word, I have slight issues with. Garage? I've played this since like day one. But yeah, like most of the D class stuff I've got golded. I tend not to chase down the epic import parts for the cars. I have a Civic that has 3 epic import parts in it. Yeah, car. A lot of the C's I have golded as well. But like I do not chase down so like the epics for these ones when they show up for trade coins. I just couldn't be bothered because the cars, the ones that I know aren't going to be used for the events. All of the things to do with the Beast I have golded except for the Tryon. So like the Beast, the CN, and the Force VLF are gold. But yeah, I've kind of got like the selection of cars that I focus on throughout the things. I do, yeah, like my awesome golden Cadillac CN concept. 3-starred the Zero Uno, so that thing's all ready to rock for the next event. Golden Corvette, 1 epic import off of gold on that. The 5-star Avija, which I had no idea why I ended up with that, but yeah, so be it. When it comes to the A class, then yeah, the Golden Force 1, that's a fantastic thing to actually chase down. Golden P1, nearly gold Porsche as well. And then yeah, not quite gold yet Pagani, but still like an insanely powerful machine. And the super fast as well. I've got that pretty well prepared for the Rimac event, like at the 3-star rating. And then yeah, when it comes to the S class, I have all of the ones that you can get kind of freely available. A couple of blueprints missing for the Tryon still. The Ego I have at max. 4-star Senna, Erzo, 5-star that one that I can't pronounce the name of. The Zenvo at 5 as well, with just missing about 30 blueprints for that. And then the Regera, I've been getting blueprints from that because my guard level's 18, so I can get blueprints for that for credits. And yeah, 5-star Chiron, 2-star Jesco. I hated that car in that event. I just like when I unlocked it, I just couldn't be bothered keeping it up. Yo, snail. Benoit. I call it the Fenner sometimes in videos. Other times I just call it the W Motorsport Super Sport. If you hear me saying that in races. But yeah, I'm gonna do my last fuel unit with the McLaren Senna anyway. That top speed powerhouse. I'll try out the Icana after this, but it's been a while. Oh, the that FXK's like acceleration is just too much for a car that just genuinely shouldn't have that acceleration. Like there's clearly something wrong with it, and then when you get it against a Jesco and it like just digs into the side of you, like that's what I really hate about those high speed cars. Like I love them in their events where you have like you versus AI, but versus players in a car where they can cripple your top speed by like slamming into the side of you. That's the second time we've teamed up with Dr. McQueen. Are you in Group Falcon? I'm missing. I think this is like one of the first times actually taking the Senato the Osaka class. Ah. And I ran into the back of somebody in wreck. Brilliant! I'm guessing he must have been starting a shockwave just when I bumped it. Somebody's trying to take the back bumper off my car. But like that's the thing is, at least at World Series, it's like even if you do pretty poorly, you're still always gonna farm like any of the DSs that might be inside your track. Oh, the one thing is, yeah, this track, I'm sure people have noticed, but the bug here, anyone who comes around from that left-hand side gets separated from the rest in terms of their rankings. So like the guy who's in front of me is showing up as first, but obviously he's in fourth because there's a guy in front of him. But yeah, like that happens as well sometimes on San Fran. Ooh. A little bit of a recovery from a wreck. Not too bad. The Senate is cool, but like it was in no, it was the only car that was in that legendary weekend thing. That's a real shame because there wasn't much in the lines of actual ways to gear it up. Oh, you were the one that like won in that case. They changed your name? Well, like the Senna is one of those cars as well, though, where I could never really. Yo, Ben, and yo to everyone who's jumped in chat, by the way. Like I really, really don't like to beg for subs or so, but if anyone is watching this who hasn't subbed to my channel, I do pretty much all of the Asphalt events, with the exception of PvP stuff, which kind of includes the current ongoing event. But yeah, if you haven't subbed to the channel, subs are awesome. They help more than you would possibly know. And also, YouTuber changing stuff for under 1K channels soon enough, yet again. Actually, you know even where the Icano is. Yeah, they're gonna start putting like adverts onto channels that don't have the 1K subs, which kind of sucks. They're like, oh, we want to monetize everything that's on our thing. But yeah, the only difference between 1K channels then and below is the fact that like, yeah, there won't be any way to control that for the smaller channels. The country I'm from is Ireland. The accent that I have is mangled because of yeah, a bit of travel and kind of venturing around the place. Ni hao? No, not Chinese. Mangoes. And oh. with a decent Chiron as well as I can just safely say that I'm not winning this race because I haven't used this car in so long. I genuinely forget how it handles. You're not gonna complain too much with that, are you, Boom? It's like free money. Oh no. Stop bumping off me. I don't want to destroy you, but I will. Okay, so Mango is gonna get minced if I get a chance. You're gonna push me into a railing. Won't have that. Oh no. Now trying to find out how this thing steers. Oh! It actually steers better than I was expecting. I nearly went into a wall because of it. Nitro though. I always find it like works slightly better in a car that's maybe you're more comfortable with driving than a car that might be better in the stats wise. God, this thing is handled so weirdly. Cool, Robert. And yeah, Republic of Ireland. Not from Northern Ireland. I'm well down south of Ireland. Right at the little tippy toe. Mango there trying to like mince me against that wall. Ah. I leave off my in-game chat for now. Yeah, but that's a car where like I'm not comfortable enough with that to take it into multiplayer. The Tryon is pretty awesome. Like the top speed of that car for one that is technically free. Boom. For one that's like technically free, the Tryon is pretty awesome. The only thing is it takes so long to actually grind the blueprints for it. Probably still the Corvette Grand Sport, just in terms of pure joy to drive. But the other cars that are very similar to that then is like the H2 Speed is really fun to drive. The Pininfarina one. And the Senna of the S-Class cars is easily like one of the most fun things to drive. But oh cool, somebody with a high ranked Sin. Those are rare enough to see. Another cool car from like the sheer crazy amount of grinding for it. But yeah, like I genuinely tend to like the cars that handle really well, but that don't particularly have very high top speed. So like Lotus Elise from the D class cars, the H2 Speed from the C class, and the Viper ACR into the B's then is like the Corvette Grand Sport and what you call it, the Huracan Spider Evo. R.I.P. that guy's car. I didn't even see how it disintegrated. I didn't like hit it that much. Oh no. Osaka is definitely one of those strange ones where there's so many blind corners on it, you really need to know the track. Like, and the variation of the track as well that you're getting. Oh, I didn't actually see what happened to the guy who was in first. I thought I was in second still. I'm guessing he went off the track. Yo, food truck. Oh, the DSE10 sting. Yeah, that. Wait, it like started to race in the Grand Prix and retry the race for the ever increasing tokens thing, Ziggy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, ah, you. There is time. It's like that's kind of hilarious. If you think about it, 29,000 tokens. That's 10 purchases of 99 euros worth of tokens. Eee, that's €1,000 worth of tokens. It's like, oh my god. And yay. Yeah. Oh my. That is incredibly unfortunate, I would say. But yeah, it's just like the way you do it is simple enough. You get a controller like with turbo fire on it. Oh wait, this one doesn't actually have turbo fire. But yeah, you just get any controller that's got turbo fire on there, and then you strap it to A and X, just the nitro button and A button. Centenario. That's so crazy. That is €1,000 worth of token. But like, it's kind of one of those things where I want to feel bad, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, don't do that. Should really keep a fuel unit from one of these to do today's expert race. I don't know what day it is actually. I mean, in terms of the expert races, it's obviously Sunday. Now, like touch drive in multiplayer is fine. Uh, Scotty, O, and Navi. Not sure if any of you guys are in chat, but if so, don't kill. Although wait, actually, this car and this track, I should have a fairly decent chance of winning, possibly. Yeah, the DSE tends like the thing is, there's no car better than a car that can race 24/7. Like that's the thing. It's like they'll always the top 1,000 or so will always pretty much be people who run that. Wow, what the heck? Car just zones back into me for a second. It's like, no, I didn't have. Oh, now he flipped upside down. Get better internet, Scotty, mate. It's like he zoned back once and was just like, yeah, this happens. And the next time it happened, he just like appeared upside down for a second. That's one thing like people make a mistake about Ireland all the time though. The fact that Ireland's net is like seen as like we live out in potatoes and have no Oi! Hi Navi. Hey listen. But yeah, my net is actually like quite decent. Trying on the straight track. Not me about the hurricane. But like it'd be very strange to like how could you even ask them for a mistake on that? That's like, it's one thing if you were to say, oh, I accidentally clicked on retry that race. But it's another thing when you say like, oh, I accidentally clicked on retry that race 100 times because I was like touch drive botting with a like TurboVar controller. Great. Lotus of Vera blueprint. Just what I need. But yeah, my aim tonight is just to basically get like as far up as I can in the ratings because I'm working full time all next week. Yeah, starting in 10. Yeah, I had wanted to keep a fuel unit for this guy, but yeah. I'm trying to think, was yesterday's day Rome? No, it was Cairo. I'm just trying to think of what the expert race is today and like, does it need a particular car? I don't think it's San Francisco, that's the main. Owl boy. Fuzzy mallow. Just does not sound tasty. six months later. Oh yeah, here's the tokens you wanted. If I type starting in 10, it means the fact that like from the point where you see that message, if you want to try and count down, I'll be pressing A effectively 10 seconds after I put that into chat to begin the race. So if you're in the Legends League, if you're in Legends League, if you want to join me in a multiplayer race, if you click A after that countdown thing, you should be able to try and synchronize up and join in a race. But you'll need to be in Worlds. Uh-oh. You'll need to be in World Series, and you would need to be, yeah, like I said, in the Legends League. So the like anything over 7,500 rating should do it. I just hope this guy doesn't know the trick for writing himself on this corner if he messes up. Oh, he didn't. That. Curse you, fuzzy melon. And your red latents. Yeah, just make sure with that like with the when it comes to the Rimax, like say you're gonna obviously need some of the stuff like the Zero Uno and the super fast kind of ready as well. Just for the sake of my own head, I'm trying to wonder what is the daily. Oh, Shanghai. That would have helped to keep a high speed car. Eh, I'm sure it'll be fine. There's at times people say like that, oh, I can't do Shanghai because I only have like Shanghai is possible in nearly every single thing with the exception of the probably Centenario is one of the only things that I wasn't able to do that in. I'm trying to think, what will I use next? The W Motor Super Sport with that extra part of me. The thing is, when it comes to quitting this game, you should know the fact that like if you quit, it's gonna cost you a fair amount of money. You say Jesco. Alright, I'll go Jesco. this unless this is a very like straight track with long straights and nothing else, I'm doomed, courtesy of you. Clearer difficulty 21. Watch this, it's going to be Osaka. Brilliant. Thank you for my free loss. Ah. Food truck. I don't see your name as food truck. Yeah, it's lovely looking, but mine is 2 stars, and I'm gonna lose all of my speed every time I go near a corner. If I can beat the DSs in this, I'll be happy. Come on, Jessica, old boy. Oh no. Cars everywhere. Sorry, that person. Like, the thing is, sometimes you get those incidental, like, knockdowns, and people take them incredibly serious. I've had people coming onto Discord server before complaining over something similar to that, where I'm just like, I couldn't have avoided that. No! Ooh. Why did it launch like that? Physics. No! I know why it launched like that. Oh. I kind of wish I'd spent a small bit more tokens on this one. Aww. Nasty. Of course not bad. Which one of those were you? On the driver names? And loads of people do clear difficulty. I didn't see which oh, 8. Bob the Builder kills. Yes, we can. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't imagine. Like, I would think I could win with the Jesco just on not a bendy track. Go for it in 10 again. Yeah, it's like, it's possible to like beat people in, say, like higher class cars, especially if they're ones that say they don't particularly like, they're not comfortable driving. Have I met Ferrum Film? Me? Ah, 2814. Like, say, this track I should have a decent-ish chance, possibly. Yeah, I seen the 2814. Wait, is that your car and possibly facing in and out of? No. Hey, somebody knocked you down. With a J at the start of the name. If I see them, I will try and return the favor. Although I don't know if that's going to be possible with this Jesco. Like, start up, I know this is a king of speed. But in the state that I have this at just 2 stars, like, it's just genuinely not stable enough on with the handling. It just sheds too much speed on, like, Corners. Ow. Oh, I thought it was somebody that had a name starting in J that got you a food truck. Record on the Switch. It's using a Elgato HD60. Yeah, well, I seen someone knocked you down, but I didn't get to see the name of who it actually was. But the it may have been the same Elise Wild from Lost Scooper Troopers who ran me over. But like at least in these, it's just a case of you get like a crazy amount of reputation and credits and stuff. So for even a loss, but I always try and make it into the top 3. That's probably for the best if you don't like focus on the ones that knock you down. It's just a case of the only time I ever like the crown means the person who has the most rating, I think, isn't it? I think. Yeah. They're Force VLF, definitely. The Force is just like amazing at the Force is another one of those cars that the acceleration free drifting is really really cool in it. Like if you're doing a drift and you release the accelerator just to let the car like zip around the corner. I genuinely like if that's something that 2814. But yeah, if that's something that people have not heard of before, just try it on a couple of the stages and just see, like on really tight turns, especially. I'm currently in a race. Boom. I do have work tomorrow as well, but tomorrow's work doesn't start for. Yeah, it's not earliest in the morning, so all good. Mac Bladder. Now that's a cool name. Oh. This is how fast this thing empties out the nitro without like even gaining any speed. Like I said, I kind of regret not spending a few more tokens on it. Because like its top speed is great, but without the tuning, it's just too unstable. Like it feels like it's close to flying apart, like at every turn. What the heck was that? Wasn't me with the bad leg. Managed to get hit by a car. Super blitzing. You weren't Mr. Bladder. He's always third. Gets me those nice tokens or credits even. I don't have like any missions left as well, pretty much with the exception of the 360 people and Shockwave people. So that's why like that if that end screen thing looks different, it is just because on those goals like everything is finished except for Be Toxic Online, Shockwave knockdowns, and 360 knockdowns. So that's why it's like if I do knock you down in a race, if I'm ever playing in multiplayer, like it's either a case of you're a special case and you deserve it, or else yeah, I just like it is a complete accident because I do not go out of my way to try to KD people. I think what next? You have to go down the ranks a bit. Porsche 918. You'll do. Is it around the 10-second mark for you, by the way, food truck? Does that work out more or less that way? Because I know that it is kind of different. It depends on like where people watch this from even and stuff. Because I had this with say in one of HS Mark streams where I was counting down and it was on about the 3 second mark for me. But I know that it's just a case of once you kind of get the sequence right for it, then it's kind of like it's quite a lot easier to kind of figure out. It's not, yeah. So like it's not 10 seconds for you, boom, but like it's exactly 10 for other people, and it's just I have it set to low latency on YouTube streaming, but yeah, obviously that's just like 5 second count on this. That would be even harder for me to do. I need to have more things open. Hey, there's the Pan Guim. I can't pronounce that. He's in my oh, food truck is not in this one. But yeah, that Pan guy is in my what you call it, the GP group, the tech rules. I'm trying to assert dominance in this. Then again, it's on Osaka, so I will be absolutely ruined. Like, I know for a fact that I was the same exactly with the that course from previously, the Caribbean one, like where like when that came in first, I was really bad at doing it. So it is just a case of like you need to practice, especially with all the different variations in this course tour. My Porsche is like missing just one epic from being maxed. Oh, it's weird. I see just a first in front of me, but I'm actually in third. Not good. Yeah, like I managed to gain back a place with like that fly through the trees nitro. Like unless you're familiar and really kind of unless you're quite familiar with the that track, like you're not kind of gonna do too well on it. And I know that on this version of it as well, going into the underground portion is way faster. It is just a case of like I'm trying to get down the upper portions of the track, like to do them better. Like they are Corvette Grand Sport. If this track has a lot of twists and turns in it, you'll have an advantage, food truck. But okay, turn off the 10. But yeah, if you get like something with long straights and stuff, could be in trouble. Because I'm gonna go with this top speed machine. This is just a roll of the dice for me, where I'm going like, this is just complete down to the track. If you end up in the same track, all right. So there you are, Grand Sport City by the Bay. It's kind of got some turns, and it's got some straights. Really depends on the track. I mean, it depends on which pathway you take. So, will we get like better acceleration and handling, or better top speed? Who wins? Good luck to 814. You can carry too much food in a Corvette Grand Sport. I'm gonna take the like slightly safer but slightly slower route along the solar panels. There is some tracks where I am like, I'll take the ow! I was on top of your roof, you monster! And I know that was unintentional as well, by the way. Oh, and I'm after taking a terrible route for a high-speed car. Mm. No, Beyonce. Oh, 6. What? At least I don't lose any points. Congrats to the third place food truck. Oh, it's no butters. I like when it's something like that, when you collide in the air, like I didn't even see that was you, but I was also above your car and I exploded. Have a good night or evening. In the which event? Are you in the group? But have a good night, food truck. It was cool having a few races against you. Like I said, I do have work in the morning, so I'm probably gonna grind out like a few more of the. But yeah, I'm not gonna be like a crazy amount at this. I might go back to the Porsche though for another race. I'm not sure. Food truck. I'm trying to like unlock the community stuff with YouTube, and I should be able to get that like from the way things are working out. I'd say after Christmas I should have that. But if you join the Discord, excuse me, if you join the Discord for my club, you can see the link to that is actually in the banner of my channel. Like I'll give a shout out there in that. Ziggy, have you been hacked? um, the link in it's just in literally if you click on my channel, on the top there is two things in the banner. One of them is a Patreon link, which is yeah, don't click on that. But the thing next to it is a Discord logo. It's for if you mouse over, it says like Discord TGT or Discord the Grand Tour. But if you click on that, it should launch. It should launch the Discord app for you or the Discord website, and that link will join our yeah club's chat. What I love doing in this car is a weird one. Is accelerating solely with the nitro button. Which didn't go too good there because this car went way too high. But yeah, like if you can just use nitro but no actual accelerator for this one. Oh no. Oh why? Oh wait, that was the guy from the very start. I have generated salty Dante. I think I made that person upset. I'm pretty sure he's the one that I ran over at the start of the race. That's quite a comeback in a 3.5k like in Hypersport. take the top of it. Uh, I'm going to unlock it. Tactical radiation, but like, yeah, I'm not spending a crazy amount. Uh, the Centenario, if that's your first like S-Class car, I genuinely wouldn't spend too much on it. Just try and get any of the other free S-Class ones. The like in Hypersport, the FXK or the Icano Titanium, even that one is kind of better than the Centenario. In the special event, I'm second in my group, but the thing is, the standings in my group from like, yeah, fourth place down are kind of a bit of a mess. So because of like fourth place being 95 points, like that means that I've got a 45. Yeah, say with 2 days to go, I have a 45 point lead over the guy in fourth. So realistically, like I think I have to get a key with that. Like in the next 2 days, I would need to be 25 points lower than the person in fourth to get knocked out, and I don't really think that's possible unless I don't know, break my switch in two or something. I should be able to at least get yeah, some, yeah, I should be able to hold in the top three, so I should be able to get a key. But I only have that car at 2 stars. I'm not like going crazy for it. The guy who's in fourth, yeah. The worst thing is his version of the car is actually like the top star in our group. I'm pretty sure. The guy's in fourth, Nan something. Yeah, if you see his car, he's the only one to actually bring it to 3 stars. And like that's the thing, that's why like I don't have any videos up for this event. I know Boomstick on his channel, Boomstick OZ, he's got like day events. So if you're coming from just my channel from subscriptions, like follow Boom because he's doing each one of the days in this. But yeah, because this is like a PvP event, I've been kind of not doing runs with it really because I kind of shy away from multiplayer stuff most of the time. Yeah, the packs is kind of crazy. It's just a bit like you're going up against each other and just basically how much you're willing to spend. And no bother in the slightest, Boom. Like I seen your pathway on the your pathway that you took on the Osaka track where you went down underground. Like your 360 down the tunnel. Like I tried to copy that a couple of times and I was just like each time I just impact the wall. I'm just like, okay, I can't do that. I just did it like straight down. And I don't doubt it that there aren't people who would hack in this. Which is like a real shame if that happened, like, but it's just a case of do your best inside in a group. I'm gonna throw up the thing again though, and yeah, start off in 10 seconds after that. Oh, spinning wasn't a problem, Boom. Impacting the wall was my problem. It's just the Osaka track. I'm still just not comfortable on that one enough to do it. Like so, and grand. And yeah, there is also the thing where like there is also the thing where your version of the car is indeed like you've got it at 4, whereas mine is on the mine is just a 2 star version of that. And I know the fact that I'm going to like not like when I finish unlocking it, it's going to be at 2 stars, but I don't mind. It's just going to be there in my garage as a this is a thing I have, and not much better than that, really. I think it comes up the tech rules, like, you know, as a support car, it's not exactly ever used. Or at least not for the following year. I should be okay for it. Oh no. Wrong version of the track. I was going left. Can't remember, can the Porsche 918 do this one with a tight right turn here? Nope. Not at that angle again. That may well have not been the car's fault. I think that was entirely mine the way I went into that corner. Yeah, like acceleration free, night drift around that corner always. Like, well, in most cars anyway, because like it's way kind of better to just chuck the car around. Park it at the end. Street rampage in the group. And not too bad, Jose. That Venture Sarta vent is pretty crazy. Yeah, I have that exact same thing as well, Boom. Like, if I could have done my... Like, say, you can even see that as well with the my run that's in the special events, say. Like, my run today, in practice, my best time there, 105.599. But my actual placed time was, yeah, 106.2. Like, if I had my practice time in as an actual time, I'd be first. But, yeah, I didn't because I sucked. So, what can I do? It's still like, it's kind of one of those things where it's enough. I'm not going to spend tokens to retry that, because I think if I did, if I put pressure on and just went to like try that, I would just end up messing up more. To be fair, lots of events are kind of, well, it's not really pay to win. It's a case of it's just down to who you go up against. Oh wait, legendary bladder. You were in a multiplayer race with me a while ago. I just noticed the name now is on the bladder. when you when you say you spent almost all your tokens on the Grand Prix, are you going to get the car? Tier difficulty 21. 4.2k trying in this. I noticed there's one person in my group, Curator, who's like, he's qualifying time is 124. but like he's put into the group with me, and like my qualifying time is a 1:17. It's, I think, was it Lupin in club was mentioning the fact that like he thinks that the game also tried to pick off people who like practiced really high, but you know, like practiced high but basically placed low. No. Okay, if I accidentally knock down that guy in the FXK, that's not going to be an accident. But yeah, that is because he's 360ing all over the place. Why would you take the bottom road? Wait, no, he didn't take the bottom road. Latency. That's why he appeared to take the bottom road. What in the world? This game. How does it even decide that sometimes? It's like, oh no, he's gone down. No, he's gone up. Wrong route. Dr. Panda. I'm not sure I'd trust a panda who was... It's one of those things where, like, for all of the cars, it's more and more difficult, like, the fewer events you've played. But for this one, I definitely wouldn't advise paying tokens unless you were guaranteed to get the car, pretty much. And yeah, it's unfortunately clearer, because, like, the only thing I'd say is to maybe wait up and see. You want me in the Aperta boom? My Aperta's 3 stars. I can try. Like, my Aperta is probably... Yeah. 3.5k? Not really. I've got this Pagani here at 4.2k. How's about some of that? Yeah, this guy. If you want... I haven't raced too much in the Genti, but I give it a shot. It's not the worst car. It's just a case of like just it's a very wide one. All right, the Pagani. El Chippy. He's here. Cool Hand Luke. Was that the name for a video game? If you watch some of my stuff, Panda, you might see the fact that, like, I may not always take like the absolute fastest path in a lot of races. Sometimes I will go with like a kind of safe or repeatable route more so than... Ow, Chippy, why? But yeah, I will often go with a like somewhat safe and repeatable route rather than the absolute like fastest. Unless I'm trying to gun down El Chippy. Oh no. What was that? I ate a panini. No. Oh. It was like weird because that game like lagged out for a small second while I was in the sign. I was like, is this letting me play on inside this panini sign? No, unfortunately not. Hooray for Fort. Ah. But like then again, the thing is, again with World Series, it's not too bad even with a run like that, because like because of those DS things. Yeah, I've got another Pagani. I hit up starting in 10. I might just use the rest of this one's fuel because then it'll be 1 a.m. here. And then I might start to wind down. I'm probably going to hit up Shanghai if my Chiron is complete. Having really like bad luck managing to team up with you. Boom. I wonder if that is just down to latency down south. Have you definitely got the live icon at the end of your on the YouTube like stream? Just in case that it was like 1 second or so behind. Okay, that was as something. I'll be sure to return the favor with this because I have a feeling I should be able to catch up a small bit on this car. Just as tad. It would be a very bad accident if I was to knock that guy down. I actually managed to come out of Nitro and not knock him down. Take it as a warning shot. Ah! Why, Fluffy? What are you doing? The worst pad ever. Like, it's hard to judge in this game if somebody's going to try and knock you down or like to be kind of a clean racer, because you have to like kind of give the benefit of the doubt and then get like knocked down by them. Hey, I get hurt. Yeah, if it says live, then it should be close enough. Like I said, I had to go with like a 3 second gap when it came to the one of the other streams with the one that HS Mark was doing. So it is just a case of like it might be slightly different. I'm happy enough with that, to be honest, considering like I got knocked down at least one time. Do I have Chiron fuel back? Just to be able to do that Shanghai. Yeah, Bladder. It's like it's really fast. It's just at stock. It's really, really kind of unstable in terms of the handling and kind of the nitro abilities and stuff of it. It really like it's a great car. Don't get me wrong. It's just a case of I find it very, very kind of tough to drive. No, there's no ads on our version of the game at all. That mode to be. But no, there's we don't get ads, so it makes some of the events kind of weird. Are you on the actual Boomstick account or on an alt boom, by the way? Oh, Louis Smith, you monster. And now he wrecked. This is what I like to call karma. How? I guess also karma? He's gonna be up above me now, is he? No! I gotta quickly jump back straight into the next game, because as soon as I come out of this one, I'm just going to go effectively directly. I'm gonna see if I can get back into a game and repay the favor for that Louis guy. Maybe with a Chiron. No, like it's quite difficult to see boom. Like it can be. Like you're counting 10 yourself after you see start in 10 and then clicking. I actually forgot to see, did I get grouped up with that Louis Smith guy? Oh no. And now I'm just going for a win. Like Shanghai plus Chiron's top speed. Okay, so yeah. Ignore everything. Acquire victory. Like say the cornering here, that is just the drift button but no accelerator there. It'll be the same here for these two turns, so just the drift button. And like, wow, no, 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 no. Apparently that Lewis Smith guy was in my race. Awesome. God damn it. Oh. What a way to find out. Try not to hit the car. That Furia car looks awesome. Yeah, even as much as it's like a D class car, I'll still be spending a load of tokens on it when it comes in, I'd say. Unless, well, it depends on the event. If it's like one where we can start up to max, like yeah, it completely depends on the event. But yeah, I'm gonna be like gunning for it quite a bit. But is on a. Oh, were you in that race, Mark? I did not actually see who else was in it. I was just more face palming at myself for exploding and they finish. I want to keep on to that for the for the other event. Oh, yeah, I did actually notice that name pop up and yeah, did you get knocked down at the start? I seen the name pop up in the in this side. I think you were involved with a collision. But yeah. And try one more in the force one. And pray for like a really straight long track. Yeah, I seen your name popping up. It's like one of those things where when you see somebody's name popping up, they're either getting griefed by the track or by people, or else they're murdering people. Oh. Mind yourself, Panda. I'm going to be finishing up in a small bit anyway. I'm probably just going to, like I said, after this one, I'll probably do like one or two more, and then I'm going to pretty much just do the Shanghai in the Chiron before I get too tired. Because, yeah, that's still possible to make mistakes on. And like I said, it is 1 a.m. here, and I've got work in the morning, but not too early in the morning. So I do have to get ready to rock for that. But like, thank you very much to anyone who has jumped in either for races or chats. And yeah, I appreciate it. I see this video has like 20 odd likes. It's really cool. Thank you. Like that like pops it out to people who are on YouTube that aren't even like subbed but do watch Asphalty content. It's weird. I've been learning quite a lot about the way the algorithm works and stuff for YouTube stuff. It is sometimes it's not always like the way you would imagine it would work. Can I steal first? Or not first, but second. Oh, damn you, FXK. Still though, third, so nice amount of actual credits from that. Yeah, like that's one of the slight problems myself and Ziggy have for our multi when we're doing a video together, is the fact that yeah, he's like +5 hours or +6 hours. No worries, Bladder. We got one race together definitely. But yeah, like because of the time difference. Yeah, like myself and Ziggy are quite a fair distance away from each other, which means that it's gonna be either, yeah, me up like till well late. But I'm gonna do my 10 countdown for the Super Sport. Hello, Sylvia. Ah, Iggy Funk Fresh. In the Hurricane Spider. Cool. Ice as well. There's a person in my Grand Prix called Ice, but I think it's called like Icy something or other. Why did I look down in chat? But yeah, that's cool, Bladder. Just like mind yourself, and yeah, if there's like bits and pieces of Asphalt content that's PvE, like I pretty much always make videos on this stuff. But it's just been a case of this week I've actually been using my laptop and camera for work. So, ice. But yeah, that's why I've not really had the camera with me to be able to do videos and content and stuff, which kind of sucked a small bit because, yeah, I really, really do enjoy keeping up with like the way people are getting on the GP and stuff. That's why I was saying that, like, if you're want to just chat and stuff outside of videos and things, like, anyone is welcome to join the Grand Tour. This. Oh, why did that go so high? Weird physics. Might be my lack of wheel. Oh no. What a terrible path to take. But yeah, it was either that or end up risking wrecking. There is just times as well where, I don't know, does other people get this? I think people do, but like where it feels like you're kind of in molasses a small bit when you're driving, like where it feels like your car just gets pulled backwards from behind. It's really kind of strange. Yeah, DG Raccoon. I didn't. I doubt that's your name in game. I don't think. And yeah, Kiki Funkfresh in second with the Drop Bears Revenge. Not sure I get the reference. But yeah, I ended up like really, really kind of sucking a small bit towards the back. It is Dino Raccoon. I didn't notice. Hopefully, I didn't knock you. No, I didn't, because I think I only knocked down 2 people tonight. And yeah, those were quite accidental. Uh, if you join the server, we are full at the moment. Ladder, but like, if you join the Discord server, we're always kind of just shouting out like if people do retire from the game in that. Give 1 second here. As I peer around my camera. Boop. There we go. That's like a link to the Grand Tour's Discord server. Or wait, good. Wait. Is my own link actually getting edited out of that? Weird. I'm just catching up. I'm reading back on chat again. Oh, controller disconnect from the thing. That's why if I'm playing this, I'm always using that pretty much. I never trust this with controllers. Yeah, I'm gonna see. I might do, I'd say 2 more multiplayer races and see if you want to try and jump into those. But what car to? Hey, it's Senna time. I'll empty out my Senna and then I'm gonna stop up with multiplayer and start getting ready for bed. But yeah, if you see in chat, What, you've been getting disconnected from even with a USB? Oh, I I could show you behind me, food truck. Like there is three Switch Joy-Con sticks on the desk on my repair table behind that are from Joy-Cons I've repaired this week because I fixed them for people. So like yeah, Joy-Con drift is insane how kind of like common it is with the Switch. It's a real shame. Come on, twisty track. Come on, twist. Not Cairo. Just not Cairo. Ah, US Midwest. Ah, 2814. Ding. And someone. I see Nutella. I think that's what that's supposed to be. You can repair. You can repair the joysticks in if you have Joy-Con drift. You can actually repair those joysticks, but it like you need a really steady hand or to be kind of decent with IT stuff. Oh my, that frame rate. What in the world? It's all the garbage that's being thrown off from cars in front, I know, but still. Why car? Deliberately sabotaged himself. I see that like shockwave right behind me. Stop that. Train. Oh no, that's way too high. Landed it. Oh, was that you behind me, fruit truck? Wasn't actually sure who it was. I just seen like the purple behind. And you um yeah, you could like I would say, Ivan, if you're got a steady hand and you're okay with those ribbon cables and stuff, and you've done a small bit of work before with stuff, then it's easy. But if you're not familiar with it, you can ruin the controller completely. I got a couple of pretty class things, by the way, when it came to stuff. I play with this one now and again. If you hear no noise of the stick, sometimes you'll hear it's that controller, which I use. The 8-bit Do's Super Nintendo one with the dual analog sticks works really nice for playing Asphalt with. And the other one that actually works surprisingly well for Asphalt, but you have to use the face buttons. I have one of those. Well, actually, I have four of those. But yeah, the actual Super Nintendo official Nintendo ones of those, they are really nice as well for playing with. And another cool like alternative to Nintendo's controllers, 8-bit Do's other Switch Pro controller. Hello, how are you doing? Here's another reason not to do live streams. Hello, cat. How do you do? You want to say hi? You want to do it? What are you doing? Yeah. Yeah? Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Here's another reason why live streaming is difficult. You get. Apologies, headphone users. There's a good. Sorry if that was just a very happy purring vibrating. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. How are you doing? As long as you're not lying on the microphone, that's fine. If you're lying on the microphone. Right. In that case, I will do one last multiplayer race because I think this one wants some food. And wait, is she actually on the microphone? Because I will like, yeah, go on then. I will feed you in a minute. Shoot. There we go. Cat. But yeah, we'll hit up a last one then in 10 seconds on in my Senna. And yeah, Osaka is. It's not like nothing in this is particularly hard. It's just a case of that it's you have to kind of know it, and especially with the variations on there, because of the fact that like you have so many different things. And yeah, sorry about the cat per microphone rumbling sound. It's I have a lav mic directly on my lap, on my chest. I mean, sorry. Yeah. It's where she curls up. Oh, Dante again. That was the person that I knocked down accidentally and they came back with a raging salt fest. If you're in chat, I didn't mean to knock you down, Dante. If you're not in chat, I'm going to knock you down this race, Dante, if I get a chance. Like I don't mind the turns and stuff in Osaka. The only problem I have with this track is the performance issues with it on certain places, like where you get debris and stuff on the track, and the frame rate just drops down to like super low. And cat. Also, I really hate the part in the track when a cat jumps onto your lap and decides that you're now a cat bed. Hello, cat. How do you do? This one does not understand the concept of live stream, or internet, or video game. She's happy though. Oh, what? Like, how are you supposed to compete with where they like stop suddenly in the middle of the road and then they just like freeze, fall back on top of you, and then they and like then a power. You alright? The base machine is back. I don't know. You don't need to be near the rank points for to match up, Ivan, because like I'm matching up against people with like the 11k, 11.5k, unless Boom is like the top scores. You should be like similar-ish. No, she's actually off the microphone. Yay! I think. Or is she on the microphone with happy cat noises? I'm like that direction. Alright, I am gonna go and feed her though, because I think she wants food. It's evident from the cat being a cat. But yeah, I really appreciate the people who jumped into multiplayer races. And no, don't just jump up again, I just put you down. Cats. Not even once. And yeah, my mic is here. My cat was here. But yeah, thanks very much, guys, for joining the races. I really appreciate it. And like, yeah, like some cool bits and pieces of advice and stuff. And like I said, there's a sub button, not over my head, but there's a sub button down underneath here. And like, I do cover most of the Asphalt events. I also do like indie game reviews, some Pokemon Go stuff, and just general video gamey bits and pieces. But also, my Discord server is above in the top, so feel free to like join there if you want to give a shout. If you're looking for our top 100 club, the Grand Tour is always up there. And yeah, like I drop it in the chat if we're ever missing a member and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, appreciate anyone who has subbed to the channel and anyone who was chatting and joined in races tonight. I hope you had some GGs, and yeah, good luck with the Grand Prix event if you're still going ahead with that. Like, it's tough, but just mind your tokens and get ready for the Rimac. Good night and good races.